Hello and welcome back. We are playing Silent Hill 3 some more. It's one of my favorite games in the world, so I'm super stoked to be playing it. For those of you just joining us, we're in the sewers. We have a pipe, not too much ammo, and some kerosene that we can't take with us quite yet. So we're gonna puzzle out how to take kerosene with us, which isn't even a puzzle, it's just, let's find a container. And smack up some tasty fetus raptor things. Are they fetuses? Are they sheep? Are they raptors? I don't know, but I just smacked one. In the face. Okay, we got... what do we got? Ugh, noises. How's that? Okay, well this is where we need to get the kerosene into, I think. If memory serves. Gotta get over there, though. Because apparently Heather is unwilling to investigate unless she is directly in front of the thing. And I think we have to drain that, like that's what this machine does. So let's figure out where we haven't explored and then explore. Can't go there. Could go there. We could give that that area a shot, see if there's anything there. We should also probably double back to this hallway and check out this side. Okay. So my plan is to take that immediate left, this here. See, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. This game's atmosphere is incredible. Like, I'm sitting in a pretty brightly lit room in a house that I know for a fact has people in it, and also I'm almost 30. So I'm at the point where a game that I've played multiple times in my life shouldn't be scaring me. And here we are. And I'm getting flustered and distracted because the game is scaring me. So well f***ing done. Oh god, that's such a sound. I hate that noise. And not just because I hate the... what are they? Mandolins? They're called mandolins, yes? Well, the point is I hate them. Deeply. We are going to... ooh. Up or down? I think we're gonna go down first. So that's a... I want to say left from this side? No. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, little boy. So the good news is that this section was open. The bad news is the section was open. Oh. Oh, I got a wine bottle. Tasty. And a health drink. The body must have been crushed by something heavy. With that then? God, how awful. What body? Is there a body here? Heather, I don't want to think about a body that you might be seeing, because if you're seeing a body and I'm not, that implies that I could miss a body in real life. Does anyone ever think about that? Like, how many dead things we must walk past every day? It's awful. Now, where are we going? So I know that we've got our solution, but I still want to check out that other room in case it has goodies inside, so we're gonna go that way. Oh! Oh, you want to go? You want to play? Are you nasty? You want to go? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. Little shit. Oh god, I should never become a parent. That's all this game teaches me is, like, how unfit of a parent I would be. I want to check out that other room, but I don't want it enough that I'm willing to go all the way around. So we're just gonna go back down through. Watch, there's probably like a key item in there that I'm gonna miss. And the game's gonna be like, psych, you gotta go back there anyway. You dumbass. You basic. God, I hate those noises. the ghosts of all the boys. So one thing that you guys may not know about me is that I run a Silent Hill blog over on Tumblr, where I just, like, people will be like, what's their favorite ice cream flavors? And then I'll try to, like, take a guess based on the fact that I've been a Silent Hill fan for most of my life, and I'd like to think that I have a decent grasp on their characterizations. But the thing about that is that I am also extremely lazy by nature, and I will avoid that blog for months on end, and those months on end have officially stacked up to somewhere around a year, which is super embarrassing. So, and, you know, I make it a policy to not delete any of the requests that I receive in case maybe someday I get an answer for them. But some of these are over a year old, so I figure one thing I could do is kind of try to answer some of those off the cuff and maybe explain why I couldn't formulate a better answer in a written form. So we're going to go ahead and, as we play through this part, kind of go over some of the answers for my Silent Hill blog. So if you requested one of these, I'm sorry I didn't write it down, and I hope that acknowledging that I didn't do it publicly will kind of be enough. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's get started. So one person asked me what kind of music they would listen to, and if I have the time and will, playlists with the songs that they would like, and they're cool if I just stick with the list. The reason I didn't do better with this is basically I answered it a little bit already, a couple of times. Basically my ambition got too big for me, and I wanted to make, like, playlists with, like, Spotify playlists with, like, oh, Heather listens to, like, all this Avril Lavigne kind of stuff, and, like, Harry listens to dad music, and, like, Johnny Cash. But the trouble is that I don't know enough music well enough to be able to make good playlists of those things. So the reason that I haven't been able to do that one is not because I don't have any ideas for it, but more because the ideas that I have for it aren't really satisfactory, and also the one idea that I did have got too big. Another one that I tend to run into having a lot of trouble with is people asking me for anything to do with James. I don't like James. I don't like anything to do with him, and so the idea that, like, basically I'll run into a cycle with anything to do with James, and that cycle goes thusly. The request comes in for, like, can you write X in James? And I'll say, why do I have to write more James? I feel like I just wrote James. I hate James so much. Why do I have to do this? I don't want to do this. It's not that I dislike the request, it's that I dislike James. So I'll specifically put the request aside and tell myself I'll do it later, and then I won't do it. And I'm very sorry for everybody who requested James. And the trouble is that I can write, like, short things for James. Like, I can write little baby requests for James and, like, little headcanon things, and if somebody asks me for, like, the whole cast, I can include James. But I cannot write fan fiction of James unless I'm in a very specific place in my mind, and I rarely get there. So to everyone who asked me for a fan fiction specifically involving James doing XYZ, I'm sorry, I can't do it. Very sorry. So this is an interesting one. Could you do an imagine about the protagonists with STDs and what types you think they'd have? Honestly, the main reason I haven't filled that one is because I'm not sure if you're being serious. I got it months and months and months ago, and I read it off to my partner, and she said, is that person joking? And I said, I don't know, dude. And she goes, are you gonna answer it? I go, I don't really have a good answer for it, mostly because I'm pretty unfamiliar with STDs, except for, like, on a basic level of, like, this is what crabs is, this is what gonorrhea is. The most I can say is the person who's most likely to have one is a toss-up between James and Travis. This doesn't feel good. Ugh. Okay. Person most likely to have one is either James or Travis. That's about the most I can go with that. I'm sorry again. Let's see. Okay, so another one that I got was really complex, and involved like I feel like some kind of polyamorous thing with Murphy and Harry, which I wrote something for that person before. So it's not like they're not justified in asking me to write it again. The trouble is that they got very specific with it that I feel like anything I contribute isn't really gonna matter. They already wrote the thing. So, and I do this with kink memes too, where someone will get like 3 paragraphs of a request out and I'll be like, what do you want that person to write? You've already written it, buddy. So, I'm not sure if that person wants me to just publish what they wrote. Oh god, okay, so that's probably not a good sign that the person wants me to publish what they wrote. But it's like, I'm not sure what else I could add. It's a solid idea, I think it's cute, but I'm not sure what else I could add to the concept. So I might just publish that one bare bones on its own, and just kind of be like, that's a good concept, I have nothing to add. Because that's kind of the truth of it. Okay, so this one has come up a few times, and I feel like I would be able to address this, because it's not quite a hot button issue, precisely. Maybe it will be by the time this video goes out. But, someone asking me about, like, you know, if they're trans, how did they come out? If they're trans, how did they transition? Yeah, no, I know, I'm sorry, game, but I want to get this out. Like, the thing is that I'm cis, so I feel like any kind of... Like, to me, I feel like if I did that and I screwed it up, it would be more disrespectful than if I didn't address the request at all. And I don't want that to be, like, something where it seems like I'm trying to do a cop-out, and if you want me to make assumptions, I will. But I was very unsure of how to handle that. So someone asked me for face claims on protagonists, and I don't know. I kind of am only really basically familiar with about 5 actors, and like I did something like it recently where somebody had asked me, you know, if you could recast them, like, who would you do? But I don't really know the difference between that and a face claim. Again, that might just be me kind of demonstrating my ignorance, but I genuinely have no idea. So, this part. I know there's... Like, I'm not supposed to be running across this at some point. Like, I'm supposed to plug the hairdryer in here, I think? Right? Okay, Heather says I can't use this here. Like, there's a creature either in here or somewhere else that I'm supposed to be, like, frying with this hairdryer. But I don't know where it is. Like, I don't know if I'm just, like, running across that thing and getting incredibly lucky each time. But, my point is that I don't really know actors. So, sorry to that person who wanted me to do face claims. I wish I could, but I don't really know people. RIP. Come here, big boy. Alright. Okay, so this is the part where I'm supposed to plug in that hairdryer and make shit happen. So let's plug in a hairdryer and make shit happen. Alright, I killed a creature. I can't see it, but I did it. Feeling very accomplished. Good job, Heather. Just strut on across that bridge. Hell yeah! So one person asked me for a musical AU, and I know about 5 musicals. I actually just listened to a new one today, that is absolutely not new to much of anyone who knows musicals. Little Shop of Horrors, I only just listened to that. And that probably makes it like the 6th or 7th musical I've listened to in full. So, I'm sorry, but I don't really know enough musicals to be able to answer that accurately. I'm sorry. Where am I going? I guess we'll find out next week. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.